I'm going to attempt to cook a cake today. And I mean attempt. Did I say I was going to attempt it? Because I am. Hey, come on in. Have a seat. Welcome to the back porch. I am going to, did I say attempt to cook a cake today? Because that's what I'm going to do, or try. I have cooked this cake 2 times in my entire life, and it's been like the last 10 years, and they've both been totally flops. The first time was better than the second time, but the second time was it was so hard, y'all. I think I threw out over half the cake because the icing was just like a brick, wouldn't break your teeth out. And so last year for Christmas, Leah made one and brought it to the hospital for us, and or for me and family, and Randy didn't get to have any, but I don't think he could eat it anyway because it had milk, so much milk in it. But anyway, I got to enjoy it. It was delicious. And so I told her for my birthday, which is in June, that I wanted another one for my birthday. So that's what she fixed. So we went over there. I think we went over their house or something. I don't remember now. But anyway, she said, I made the cake, but I ain't making another one. I said, okay. So when we were figuring out what we were going to have for Thanksgiving, I said, I think I'm going to make this cake for Thanksgiving. And she very kindly volunteered to do it for me. But I said, no, I'm going to try it again, because she's got 4 kids, y'all. She's busy with 4 kids, and they're all under 6, so she has her hands full. She is a working mama, that's for certain. But anyway, I'm going to try to attempt this cake, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to try to attempt this cake. First thing is, I have 2 sticks of butter. Now, they have been sitting out for a little while. The recipe didn't say that they have to sit out. It's just I was busy getting things set up. And then I had to deal with Daniel. I'd come in and mess my video camera up. Alright, that's 2 sticks of butter. 2 sticks of butter, yeah. Wouldn't say butters, no, it's butter. And then I've got a 1/3 cup of shortening. I had my camera all ready to go, and Daniel comes in, and I was waiting for him to leave, and he has to come mess with my video camera because he wants to put something on, and I'll show you what he put on.
She just don't like me no more. That's all it is. She just don't like me.
And so then I have to fight with getting the camera back in place. I did move my mixer over here so that I could be in better lighting, because over there, we're going to have to go back over there in a little bit, but the lighting is just not that good. I added 2½ cups of sugar to this, and y'all, this recipe takes a lot of sugar and a lot of milk. Let's hope. I've not tried this recipe before, so this is a different recipe from the other cake that I made like this, but it's that, and I'll tell you what kind of cake it is. It's the vanilla cake with the really thin layers, and the chocolate icing that's almost like fudge. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I hope it's good. It looks good. sugar and stuff mixed pretty good. It says to get it fluffy. It's just mixed in as best as it can. We're going to do the best I can with my eggs. Now, it says to add your eggs one at a time, so that's what I'm going to do. Y'all got 4 of them. You can't see them. 4 of them come from just a regular store. And 1 of them was a farm fresh. I bought farm, somebody's eggs. And I really can't tell the difference. And usually, farm fresh you can really tell because they're usually a lot yellower. Scrape that side down because it just keeps going in there. Y'all, I was raised, and I know they say don't eat raw eggs, but how many of you out there are like me? I was brought up on batter, cake batter. When you get your eggs and the sugar, the butter and the sugar and Crisco mixed together, it tastes delicious. But then when you add eggs, it's even better. I was raised on cake batter, y'all, and my boys was raised on egg batter. But then they tell you not to eat the eggs, but yet people, what those athletes used that gets a lot of those athletes that need a lot of protein, in their diet. They eat raw eggs in those shake things they make. I don't know if they still do that. They might just call them smoothies now, but I think people still put raw eggs in there and eat them. I think it's up to you how you feel about it. If my mama let me do it, I guess it's okay. Alright, just now I've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and like I said, I don't usually measure, and I got a teaspoon here, y'all. I couldn't measure it, but it's not going to be washed, so I'm just going to pretend I got 2 teaspoons. You can measure. Like I said, vanilla's not one of those things that would really hurt you. Oh, the sound in the back that you're hearing, or that you heard, was my dishwasher. I had it on, and it just, the little ding 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 thing is when it goes off. Alright, I have 5 cups of flour here. Let me see. It's sifted twice. I have a teaspoon of salt. My salt's coarse, so it didn't sift too good. And I have, I think it was, let me see. Go look at the recipe, y'all. Gotta cheat. 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 5 teaspoons of baking powder. So, yeah. So now I'm just going to alternate my flour and my milk. And it says to do it about, make 5 servings with it. So I'm just going to go in here and put a couple of spoonfuls of it. Oh, it's looking good, y'all. It's looking really good. That is a lot of cake mix. Makes you want to jump in there belly first. It looks so good. Y'all. Well, I've got to keep my fingers out of it so I can put it in the pan. So, we'll be back. Okay, I have to tell you what I did. I was a dingbat. The first batch of, I haven't cooked any yet, but I have them ready to go in. But the first one I put in, y'all, I forgot to spray it. And so I had to scrape it out and start over. Sometimes the mine just goes south. It calls for, this is a 1/3 cup, y'all. It's not a 3/3 of a cup. So it calls for, ham that's got in my throat. It calls for 3/3 of a cup, and so I was thinking this was 3/3, and then I got looking. That's awful small. So I'm having to put a little I'm putting about 2 of them. Not quite 2. And then I'm just going to spread them around. I have a gnat again. It's that time of year when they want to come inside because it's cold at night, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm going to try to keep him out of my food. Gotta kind of hold your mouth right to get the paper from, but you have to, do have to put lining in this paper, rest pans to keep it from sticking. And then, we have some more. But I'm going to cover this up in a little bit. But this is, oh my word. It goes in the oven at 450 for about, I'd say 5 to 8 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. So here's the icing. It says, this is a stick of cold butter I've cut into cubes. And it calls for a can of evaporated milk. Now it called for 15 ounces of evaporated milk, but they only make them in 12 ounces that I know of. And so I took a third of a cup from another can, and then I can try to freeze that milk in something. And so I have a third of a cup of evaporated milk in this, and a half a cup of whole milk. And then it says to put this on medium high, which I go from low to high, which is about 1 to 9. And I'm just going to it says let it come to a boil, so I know that butter's got to melt in that milk. So it looks good and creamy though. Obviously cannot read directions because this it's 5 cups of sugar and a third cup of cocoa. It's supposed to go in this pan with this thing to boil. Yeah, y'all, I may not always be here, but how many cooks don't make mistakes sometimes reading the directions? But it's like a page. Let me show you. It's a page and a part. It's too much sometimes for my brain, especially when you got to do the icing and the cake at the same time. But that really looks like hot chocolate. So it's telling me once it starts to boil to stir it and let it do it for 4 minutes. You can use a candy thermometer. I'm not going to that trouble because I've made it with candy thermometers before and it messes the chocolate up. My daughter-in-law's made it and she don't use a candy thermometer and she's not had this problem. She just cooks it a few minutes like it says. So that's what I'm basically doing, is just letting it kind of keep it from sticking. And I'm trying to get my cocoa. I guess I should have sifted my cocoa because it's a little lumpy. But I figure it's going to melt. Right, I'm going to take my pan here and just run a knife around it and make sure that none of the edges would stick. And then I'm going to dump it on a pan. Here's 2 of my layers. They are really thin. So that's what I want. And I'm going to put this one on the pan, and then we'll go from there when we get ready for the icing. Alright, this recipe says to put, and I just moved it over here so I could do this, 3 tablespoons of this chocolate and icing it onto the cake. But I think I'm going to have to do a little more than just 3, because There we go. Just trying to get it to cover everything up. You know, when you take a bite of it, you're going to want that chocolate icing in there. So, I hope I don't have to make more. But that looks good, y'all. It just didn't want to go on there. I think next time I will sift my cocoa because I don't like the little, I know it's cocoa, but it kind of reminds me of bugs. Daniel made it home. There's the icing. And I still have 4 more cakes, and I got 2 more here, so there'll be 12 cakes. He made it home in order to steal my pan. That
I've been out of your hair all day. I deserve this.
So you know what's the best thing? One of the best things there is? Taking the last 2 cakes out of the oven. Oh, mine only made a 12 layers. And I'm okay with that. I think we'll still eat them. I don't think nobody will complain or miss the other 3 layers.
I think that's the tallest cake you ever made, Mama.
I think so. Kind of reminds me of those out there. Where is that place?
Chattanooga?
Yeah, City Restaurant. City Cafe or something like that. They have the highest cakes. I mean, they're tall.
There? Like that?
Every bit. Now, it's $10. The last time we went, it's been several years, it was $10 a slice. So they're probably $12, $13 a slice now. But you go and you eat the burgers and all the good stuff, and then you get your piece of cake, you have to take it home.
Because you walk in and the cakes are right there as you walk in.
Yes, it is. Last time I got one, it was just me and Randy. And it's probably been, it's been more than a couple years. It's been probably 7 or 8 years. And we stopped by on our way back when the boys were in Bible school and got us one, and I take a few bites, put it up, go back the rest of the day. So that piece of cake lasted me all day. It was so big. 12 layers, y'all. Now the thing is, how do you cover it up without taking all the icing off of it? Here is the end results of my fudgy. I gotta get the sides off. I'm gonna probably put them back on up here. But oh y'all, the icing is so good. It is really fudgy and really sweet. But I sure hope it don't start shifting on me. But oh, did you see that? Oh. Just dripped off. It is just so good. Looks so good anyway. Well, I won't be cutting it because it's for Thanksgiving. You probably won't see this video till afterwards, so I'll try to get something on there if I can.